Come one, come all, nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, what we isn't. New World Supernova here today, bringing you guys and bringing you gals Dragon Ball Super, Chapter 69. The Evolution of Planet Cereal. Alright? So, we've obviously started the new arc leading off from the Morrow arc. Obviously, we're just sort of in the very beginning of the new arc. Not much has happened. It's just sort of barely pacing along. But you know what we do? We're trying to keep up to date. We're kind of trying to enjoy the stories that comes out month by month. And, the way that the series has been going, each arcs can be sort of roughly divided up into into about 10 chapters. There's been roughly 6 to 7 arcs now. So, you've got Battle of the Gods, you've got Resurrection X, Universe 6, the Goku Black arc, or the Future Trunks saga. Then you've got the Universe Survival Saga, then you've got the Morrow Saga, and now we're starting whatever this new saga is. So I'm assuming that in about a year's time, every sort of 10 chapters will probably cover a new arc. So it'll probably be here for a while, but hopefully it'll build up to something great, considering last chapter sort of set us off on that footnote of soon the strongest person in the universe will arise. So I'm definitely keen, to say the least. So, no more jibber jabbing. Let's get straight into it and enjoy some of that Dragon Ball Super goodness. Alright. For those of you that don't know, we're reading on Viz Media with the official release. If you haven't checked it out already, go check it out. There's a link to it in my Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description down below. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Planet Cereal. And we've got a ship flying over these sort of biodome-looking places with some very spiral-looking buildings. Whoop, and it's going through sort of the dome false atmosphere or energy shield sort of thing, and the ship's landing. It's got some fishy-looking, almost looks like a Xeno. Like an extra fishy Xeno. And this dude's walking out. Welcome back, Grandola. Can you fix up the left wing on my ship? It took some damage. Of course. When do you expect to depart again? I won't have any jobs for a while, so take your time. Okay. Please try to take some time off for yourself. Yeah, that's the plan. And so he's walking through the city. That and that too. Oh, and some of your top shelf water, please. You got it. How's the old guy doing these days? He doesn't come into town much anymore. His leg's been giving him trouble, but otherwise he's fine. I see. He's over 500 years old, though his people have long lifespans, so that's not too surprising. Why do you two live on that far-off mountain instead of around here with us? We Cigarians would welcome you with open arms. Nah, sorry, but this city wouldn't suit us. See ya. Hang on. Here, an extra bottle on the house. And he throws it to the dude. Give my regards to the old guy. Alright. Alright, getting a little curious to see who this old fella's gonna be. So, it looks like they live at the top of a giant mountain range, and so we see Grandola walking up there. Say, Grandola, why don't you live amongst the Cigarians? Or, it might be Sugarians? I'm gonna say Sugarians. That city was set up for them by the Heaters. It's not meant for me. But was this not once the planet of the Cerealians? Sure, 40 long years ago. After our planet was ravaged by Frieza's army, the Heaters swooped in and started rebuilding. And so we see that gang from the last little bit of the story. The Sugarians had lots of their own planet and were... The Cigarians had lost their own planet and were roaming throughout space at the time, so they paid well for this planet. This place became their home, so we decided to move to this mountain. I see. Necessary distancing in pursuit of amenable cohabitation. Something like that. Plus, oh my god, that was a tongue twister for me then. Coming straight off a full working day. And so we see the ruins of an old section of civilization. I can see my hometown from the top of the mountain. The one Freezer's people destroyed. It's a reminder of what they did to my planet. That way, I'll never forget. Ooh, okay, this is kind of fierce. So we see some great ape Saiyans, absolute, like, sort of, their opacity is sort of like 50%. So it's obviously like I'm remembering them having destroyed the city and that. So, okay, his planet was destroyed not just by Freezer's army and Frieza, but more specifically the Saiyans. How many planets have you Saiyans destroyed? And so Beerus is pointing off into the solar system, talking to Vegeta. Hard to say. Fighting was the only way of life for my people, so we had a way of racking up sin after sin. Sin, huh? However, it wasn't until Frieza's clan came along and began using us as the destruction and invasions became business as usual. You trying to lay all the blame for your wicked ways on Frieza and his people? Not in the least. In his pursuit for power, my father built his own kingdom atop countless deaths. Frieza's clan taking control didn't help, but the seeds of the Saiyans' destructions were sown before that. So it was the Saiyans' destiny to be wiped out then? I'd say so. Ridiculous. But never mind that. My people's problems aren't your concern. I'm saying it's ridiculous. What do you mean? And so Beerus is getting a little peeved off with Vegeta, sorry. Weren't you going to show me a technique used by the gods of destruction? I tongue twisted again. What could that possibly have to do with the history of the Saiyans? Plenty. And so Beerus just shoots off. Is that a planet or a sun? He just shoots off a bit of energy and it just goes flying off and blows something up. And you see Vegeta and Goku absolutely shook, and Beerus is smiling his head off. And there's just a massive explosion. The Oracle Fish gets sent absolutely flying. Wake your ass up! Alright. So Whis is just there, just nonchalant. The Oracle Fish has been sent absolutely pulsing and climbs himself back up into his fishbowl and drags his water back. Phew! That was too far, Beerus. You just destroyed another decorative planet. Honestly, at this rate, if he keeps destroying things, we'll be fresh out of planets before you know it. Whoa! Lord Beerus is not someone to mess with. Goku! Goku, this is known! This is known, boy! Oh my god, I know you're not bright, but that's just lazy. What was that technique? That was just a small glimpse of what I can do. How can I acquire such power? And Beerus face slams Vegeta. You know I love any interaction with Beerus, but even more so, you know I'm loving the path of Vegeta walking to greater heights, walking his own path to become an absolute goat. Grah, what's the meaning of this? As long as doubt weighs down your soul, this power will never be yours to wield. Doubt, you say? Your own crimes aside, you're feeling guilty for the sins of all Saiyans. That's awfully self-centered of you, mortal. And Beerus just throws him, mollywops him, baby shakes him straight into a tree. Oof. And the branches come flying down. Here's a fun fact. The one who suggested that Frieza... Oh! He's telling him! Oh! Here's a fun fact. The one who suggested that Frieza eliminate the Saiyans was me. What? And Vegeta's absolutely shook. Still think it was destiny? You're just going to accept that? Go on, try me. I'll obliterate you. You utter scum. And Vegeta powers up. And Goku notices. Vegeta? What's he up to? I'm assuming this is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Vegeta's all powered up. He's looking down Beerus and he just charges. Goes in with a right hook and Beerus... Oh, not even a right hook. A right underpunch. Beerus just catches it no diff. Yo, Vegeta just breaks around, whips around behind him, comes in with a damn roundhouse kick. Oh, Beerus just jumps it and absolutely stomps on him, sends him flying. Vegeta does the Vegeta, just pew, 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 shooting off all of his energy blasts. Beerus just tanks it, because, you know, goated Beerus. We get it. We get it. You're a top dog. We get it. And in the chaos of the explosion, Vegeta comes charging through to do his, you know, stereotypical hammer fist over the top of his head, but I'm assuming Beerus is just going to absolutely blitz him. Assumingly, I was correct. So we see Vegeta come down, noticing Beerus isn't there, and Beerus just spawns on top of him and stomps him in the spine. Everything those Saiyans did in the past, what's it got to do with you now? And Vegeta's coughing up. As long as you're trapped by the past, you'll never manage to go past this point. And Vegeta's breaking out in rage, tries to backhand Beerus, and he starts just throwing wild left and right. Alright. Beerus grabs him, puts his hand up to his chest, destruction, and just bang! Vegeta just gets one shot sent flying. It really was just a one shot too. This is juicy. This is what I wanted. Oh. And Goku's just in shock. Vegeta just falls down like kilometers away. Armor, stomach, just banged out. Lord Beerus' signature move, huh? I kind of messed up that time I tried copying it. It still has that much power, even though he tweaked it so that only Vegeta's armor was destroyed. It's not a power that's easily mastered. And Beerus walks up to Vegeta defeated. My mind's always on destruction and nothing else. That's why there's no limit to my power. Listen, if you really want this power, you're gonna have to destroy anything, stray thoughts, and recreate yourself from scratch. Before creation comes destruction. You get it? Speaking facts, Beerus. Speaking facts. Kitty facts. Alright. We shift scene away. Man, this doesn't have me nearly as interested as Vegeta getting lessons. Alright, and we're back out in the space boonies. Bingo, check it out, Alec. This hunk of junk must have visited Zuno at one point. Jot down the coordinates, Oil. Got it. So the Galactic Patrol was waiting to ambush Sagambo. God, I'm just terrible with this today. Sagambo and his gang of idiots, huh? And we see Beerus. Right, the Galactic Patrol's got jurisdiction over the whole sector. Makes sense that we were never able to find Zuno. Anyway, let's go grill old Zuno for intel. That'll lead to a payday for us. Hold on. What are we seeing here? The convicts in the Galactic prison were all freed at once. How'd that happen? According to OG-73IS data, Moro used the power of something called Dragon Balls to release the prisoners. Dragon Balls? What are those? Wishing balls created by the Namekians. They can grant any wish. Any wish at all? Yes. Moro also used them to regain his magic powers. I see. It's all adding up now. This could explain some of the strange stuff that's been going on in the universe. Decent chance it was these Dragon Balls that revived Frieza too. So these balls are just out there somewhere? Huh? This guy delivered us some intel way more valuable than Zuno's location. Namekians, huh? Why does that sound so familiar? I've heard about him somewhere. The Namekians were a tribe that used to live on planet Cereal. What? Ooh, okay, Don't look at the next page. Just focus. Focus! They used to live on planet Cereal. But wouldn't that mean they're extinct now too? Not quite. I just remembered. There was a lone survivor, an old fart Namekian. Monito? And it just so happens that he lives with our pal Grandola. Planet Cereal. Creak, creak. I got some water for you. You're always so good to me, Grandola. And we got another sick old Namekian giving me even older Kami vibes. I'm loving it. A little bit of nostalgia. How's work going? Profitable, if anything else. That's so. Good to hear it. And your friend at the shop says hi. Even gave us an extra bottle. I haven't dropped by in a good while. Those Sagarians sure do treat us kindly. They probably feel a little bad about moving to our planet when we were first here. Well, they shouldn't. I've got no complaints about our life here. Yeah, I guess not. Are you heading out again right away? Got more jobs lined up? No, I've got some time off. Freezer's somehow come back to life. Freezer, you say? Did I hear that right? Yeah, that's why everyone's laying low for now, which means no jobs for me. Well, ain't that the way? Some of them heaters haven't put a bounty on Freezer's head yet? I don't think so. Even the heaters aren't exactly eager to mess with Freezer's army, I see. But whether there's money in it or not, I'll be the one to take down Freezer and his goons. Don't even try it. You know you don't have the power to tangle with Freezer. Power? In that case, I might have to resort to that. Is that a Dragon Ball? There's another set of Dragon Balls out there. That makes, what, 4 sets now? That's a 1-star Dragon Ball. No, the Dragon Balls ain't for taking revenge. Yeah, I know. Moot point anyway, since I'd need the second one to make a wish. There's only 2. Darn right. It's been lost for 40 years, likely never to be seen again. I'd have to search this entire planet for a tiny ball just like this one. Listen, Grandola, the Dragon Balls began as part of a ritual to celebrate brave Namekian warriors. They're not meant to fulfill any old selfish desire. See, okay, I gotta break this down for a second. Sorry, I will continue in a moment. But, right, we've got Oob, alright? So we're laying the track work for what was originally the GT story to continue after Dragon Ball Super. Now, whether or not we just scrap GT and we start up our own story and rewrite that, or I say we, but if they rewrite GT and make that sort of like an alternative universe sort of thing, which is possible, I'm thinking Super Saiyan 4 comes back, right? Not just Super Saiyan 4. We might get Omega Shenron and whatnot written a little bit better, the same way that they have done up Broly in the recent couple of years. So, this might be some heavy foreshadowing here for the whole Omega Shenron and all that sort of stuff, making a comeback in a big sort of way in the future. So that would be very interesting. Alright, moving on. Planet Namek. Today you're going to learn about the Dragon Balls. Sets of Dragon Balls vary in size and number depending on who created them. On our planet, each village elder holds one of the balls, but originally the wishes were meant as rewards for bold warriors who sought out the Dragon Balls in times of great suffering. Do other planets have Dragon Balls too? It's certainly possible on planets where our kind reside. Like Earth? You mean Dende's Dragon Balls? Right. Do our people live on any other planets? Most likely, though we can't possibly know of all of them. You see, we Namekians moved to this universe from another realm altogether. Yo, what is with the info dumps in this chapter? I'm loving it. I wasn't expecting nearly as good as this. You see, we Namekians moved to this universe from another realm altogether. And I heard that some settled in places far from planet Namek. What happened to those other Namekians? I wouldn't know. They may yet live, or perhaps they were wiped out ages ago. A couple dozen Namekians used to live here on planet Cereal, but now it's just me. When I pass, that's it. The end. Kaput. The Dragon Balls go with me. But what if I find the other ball and wish for our planet to be restored to the way it was 50 years ago? Then what of the well-meaning Sigarians who settled here? Would you kick them off their newfound home? then Frieza and his army have to be eliminated. Like I said, revenge ain't the way. That only gives rise to new enemies. And then what? You're right. Give up on the Dragon Balls and enjoy the lot we've been handed in life. I'd better get some sleep. You shouldn't turn in too early. Yeah. What was that? You should turn in early too. Read that wrong too. Alright. And so I got Grandola watching some TV. Sugar Toast Live. Oh, Sugar Toast Love. Sugar Toast Love. Tasty breakfast. You were listening to Sugar Toast Love. And now the news. A local boy was hunting for bugs in the mountains when he discovered a strange ball in a crevice. It's an orange crystal of some sort with 2 star-shaped markings on the side. Specialists at the institute say it's possible that the ball did not originate on planet Cereal and are currently conducting research. Y'all gonna break clean in there and get that ball, aren't you? Thief! Alright, we can see him all bandaged up, sneaking in. He's got eyes on the 2-star ball. Screech! Wee wee! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! And so he's got the ball and he's legging it, hightailing it. Hey, Grandola. Are you going to ignore the old man's warning? It'll be fine, Oatmeal. I've got a plan. And so he's got the 2 balls. There we go. Okay, so because it's 2 balls, it can't be that powerful, right? Like, there's small balls, and there's only 2 of them. Can't be that powerful. Monito once told us the spell to summon the dragon, right? Remind me how it goes? Yes, of course. Summoning time. Takarapto. Totorunbo. Poopiritiu Paro. Okay, that's poopy. I make myself laugh. Alright, the dragon's been summoned. Hell of a lot fishier looking, or salamander looking, than the other dragons. So the dragons come. You're the one granting dragon? You're the wish granting dragon? You, who have collected 2 Dragon Balls, state your wish. If it is within my power, your single wish is my command. Any wish? You need not state your wish in his language. I want to be the strongest. Turn me into the greatest warrior in the universe. Nah, this is a bait and switch. Bait and switch. Become the strongest, yeah, but if you don't have the ability to advance past being the strongest at this, like, finite moment, you're kind of dumbfounded, right? Like, the Gods of Destruction, they can get stronger. Goku, Vegeta, they can get stronger. Pretty much everyone, they can get stronger. So, even if the Oracle Fish was meeting this guy, it might just be for a finite moment. That being said, could be the old red herring, right? Or the red wishing dragon, right? Yeah. Could be the old bait and switch. And what's going to happen, right? And bear with me here. We're talking about someone completely else. And someone's going to get a massive power up at the end of this arc. And it's going to be out of nowhere. But it's going to propel people to new heights, right? So we've got a few ways this could sort of go down, right? Obviously Goku, because it's Dragon Ball, it's Goku's story. Get better with Ultra Instinct. Bam, super cool. Vegeta, skyrocketing up, learning this new God of Destruction ability. Okay, sweet. You'd struggle with it, but that could make him the strongest potentially, at least outside of the gods. I don't know if they're going to count the gods in this, right? Number 3 could be Oob, right? We saw Oob. Oob's been teased. He might just sort of, jumpstart his training early, but I feel like that won't happen because of the way Dragon Ball Z ended and how Super's set in between that time period. So I'm going to throw him out as like a probably not. Gohan, right? I know every couple of years we're all like, Gohan's going to get stronger. He's going to get some power up. He's going to be useful. He said before the Tournament of Power, he wants to reach their level on his own accord, through his own means, right? We have never really fleshed out the true extent of Potential Unleashed or Ultimate Gohan at its pure heights of ability, right? We don't know if that's also able to utilize God Ki, right? You hearing me? So this is definitely setting the way for some interesting storytelling. And this, I'll tell you what, I'll give this chapter a 7, 8. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, definitely a lot better than I thought it was. We got a little bit of backstory and stuff with Grandola, right? That was good. We got the scenes with Vegeta and BEERUS. That was really good. Vegeta sort of didn't go as wild as I would have hoped, but that was still really good. And I love to see that love sort of come his way, right? Then we get the whole Namekians, and we're starting to get more backstory on the Namekians, because I really am super keen to find out about the Namekian that made the Super Dragon Balls. So, definitely going to have to keep an mind out for him moving forward, especially if we're, arc by arc, getting more involved in the Namekians again. So, definitely keep an eye out for him. It's going to be a rough month waiting for another chapter, but hey, that's what happens when you start a new arc, and at least this chapter was pretty good. Probably do some discussion videos and stuff like that about this chapter between this one and the time chapter 70 drops anyway. But until then, nothing but peace, nothing but love, nothing but respect. If you want to help out this channel, you know what to do, alright? Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell icon to find out when more content like this drops, alright? I cover other series as well. We do Dragon Ball, we do Boruto, we do One Piece, we do Solo Leveling at the moment, alright? Share the love. Share the love, it helps. And if you want to be extra special, you know what you can do to help out, alright? In the description, we have a link to the Discord. You join the Discord to talk anything anime and manga related, alright? You can always follow me on Twitter. You know what it is, alright? You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, what we isn't. Thank you for coming by. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. And until the next chapter, peace.